So hi everybody, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo.
And Wilhelmina Boxfart.
And we are now beauty influencers on the tubes.
Don't be jealous of my beauty.
Okay. So here's the story.
Here's the story.
My fabulous friend, David Burkett from England, who is my makeup enabler. Every time a fabulous palette comes out from BPerfect or Beauty Bay, he sends it to me. So he bought me this, sent it to me, and that was fabulous. And then at Christmas, if you watch my unboxing video, he sent me another one. And the reason he sent another palette with the Sensorium palette from Alexis Stone. Yeah. So he sent this to me and said, give it to Wilhelmina. I'd like to see the two of you do looks together with it. And I thought, well, what the hell?
What the hell?
So that's what we're going to do today. Something else that David sent me a little while back, which I haven't really played with too much, is this beautiful Beauty Bay rose gold brush set. Ooh. And what's nice about it is it folds down, and then you clip it back here, and it stands up. So I figured, because this isn't a competition, there's no winner or loser, but if I was going to look better than Wilhelmina when we're done, I'd use better brushes. So I'm going to break out these fantastic brushes as well today. And so we are using the Manifest Ring Big. Now, this is what it looks like.
Ooh.
It's fantastic. Lots of great colors, lots of good neutrals. But what's also interesting is a lot of the neutrals that are in this are all shimmers.
So pretty.
And toppers, so they go well with a lot of colors. So we've had a good look. What are you going to be using, do you think?
I'm going to do some purples. I'm going to do a little orange highlight on my lid. And we'll see if it turns out or if it just turns into a muddy pile of color on my face.
Now, I am also going to be using the purple, but then I'm going to be using the green. There's a great green here. There's a gorgeous green shimmer here. So there we go.
Gorge.
That's the plan.
Starting with the blank face, this is what my face just normally looks like.
It's how she wakes up.
Color.
Yeah.
I just wake up like this.
She says God made her.
Someone made me.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. But I'd have got my money back. I'd have read the instructions like IKEA, and you missed a few things. I love the names on this because the black is called Inked. And now I'm using the purple, which is called Rave. Are you finding now, because you've been doing makeup now for how long?
Like a year?
Just about, a little over maybe. And how are you finding like things like brushes? I remember saying to you that they are all for something specific.
Oh yeah, I had no idea. But you were like, this is this brush. This is it.
Yeah, but then I stopped worrying about that myself. I just thought, screw it. I'm going to use what I'm going to use when I'm going to use it.
Yeah. Well, once I understood that, okay, this shape is for putting powders on. This shape is for blending the powders. This is for putting wet makeup on.
What's been your in doing makeup? Do you have like milestones you reach where it's like, oh, finally I'm able to do that, or this is better?
Everything. Everything is a milestone.
Is that
Everything.
right?
I don't like not being good at things. And so just getting to the point where I was having fun and not being like, it's good. Fixing mistakes, which is a big thing for me.
When we started, what used to make me laugh was I'd be doing my makeup and you would be like, just watching me do something, and then I would stop and show you what I just did because I wasn't sure why you were looking at me.
Well, a lot of times it was because I had a question and I didn't want to ask it at the wrong time and have you like poke yourself in the eye.
Well, that's very unlike you.
to think of others?
Just where I'm concerned. But I notice now you don't do that as much. Well, that's when I started noticing you were obviously becoming more confident in what you were doing.
Oh, I just got tired of looking at you. I still have no idea what I'm doing.
Do you find yourself now that you're doing makeup, do you notice other people's makeup?
I've like the last month.
Yeah.
Not so much makeup, but shadows. Like watching TV, I'll look at the way the light is hitting people, and because it's a little dot on the end of the nose, which looks so dumb.
So stupid.
But most of this looks dumb until it's all done.
I think that the whole lines down the middle of your nose looks crazy
until
you're done, and then it's like, oh. Have you been watching anything interesting on TV?
I'm watching a lot of drag things. So we watched The Bitch Who Stole Christmas.
What did you think?
It was cute.
Yeah.
It was cute. I thought Jan was fantastic.
Wasn't she great?
I thought it made me really fall in love with Jan.
And what's ironic is I don't know if I would have loved her in it as much if she hadn't been the way she was on the show to make that character more funny.
Yeah, it added a lot of unintentional.
She just I'll do it. You know.
That was fun. The Jinx and Ben de la Creme Christmas special.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I wanted to, but fun. I don't know why I didn't. There was a reason why.
You didn't want to.
I think I was all dragged out by then.
Yeah. I can see.
No offense, but I really do love both of them. But Jesus, Jinx Monsoon is one of the most talented queens.
So talented.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, it's and off the cuff.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's a scripted show that they do, but when you see... Did you see Jinx on Trixie Mattel's channel?
No.
God, she's so funny on that. They get ready. And I think they're trying makeup and stuff. And then they end it by Jinx singing Creep while Trixie accompanies her on the guitar and sings harmony. And they're both so talented. There's a whole thing for me when I watch something like that and I go, you were wrong, Roxy Andrews. You were wrong.
Roxy who?
Yeah, exactly. I love not having lipstick on so I can drink coffee.
Oh.
You know what I hate?
Oof, lots of things.
Double-ended brushes. I hate a brush with two ends that have a brush on it.
Stick it right in your ear.
I just don't... Because the problem for me is one brush is going to be down and it's going to get bent or splayed or... especially if they're natural fibers. You know what I saw that... Again, it wasn't... I'm not going to ever tell you, you should see this. This was a good movie. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Was Jungle Cruise with...
Jungle Cruise was... so I was not expecting anything.
No.
And I was pleasantly surprised.
No. What's her name? Emily
Blunt.
Blunt. Oh my God, she was so charming. And then that's Jack Whitehall, the comedian, playing her brother. And they alluded to the fact that her brother was gay. Did you notice that?
So hard to tell with British characters when they're gay. It's like, are you
But
gay?
he was traveling with
British?
more luggage than a roadshow touring company.
But back then he'd just be... They wouldn't say he was gay. It's just like, oh, he's just a gentleman with a long handshake.
Bar.
That's one of my favorite...
I've never heard that before.
A long handshake? It was like, oh, hello. And then they just don't let go.
Yeah.
Because there's...
But they find a reason, like, they're like, oh, and then what happened?
And then they do this thing. That was me tickling with a little willy, with a little willy finger.
Barf. I'm using my base booster from BH Cosmetics. This is on sale. It seems to be perpetually on sale for $2. And it's like glitter glue. It's also good for primer. It's just a great way to kind of make sure that you're make sure that your whatever you're putting on stays where you put it. BH Cosmetics is one, I have to say, I think that my order of favorite cosmetic companies, Juvia's Place.
Love Juvia's.
BPerfect Cosmetics from Ireland. BH Cosmetics back to America. And then it's a toss-up because I've really come to love P. Louise. I didn't realize P. Louise did makeup.
Louise.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they did actual, like, eyeshadows, because P. Louise is what I use to cut my creases with. Mm-hmm. I've only ever known them as a lid primer type thing. But between P. Louise and Beauty Bay, although Beauty Bay, I've had a lot more. That's where these brushes are from, Beauty Bay.
Urge.
I've had more history with Beauty Bay, so I'd have to say it would be Beauty Bay than P. Louise, but it's just that opulent packaging.
Opulent.
You earn everything. The full tilt boogie fantasy. And I'm kind of impressed with P. Louise because it feels to me like that's what they're doing. It's funny, I have a whole lot of fallout from that color.
Sure do.
And none on this side. All right, I'm going to use this brush in the buff just to get rid of my bank. Do you have a favorite part of your face to do?
I would say this part right here. I love some makeup. The thing I like right now, I'm very much enjoying doing my nose contour.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
I just find it very relaxing.
Yeah. I love doing my eyebrows. I don't know why. I always love doing my eyebrows.
I do love doing my eyes, but I'm still not great at eyes, although they're getting a lot better.
Yeah. What are you putting on top of that color?
Oh, just this lovely...
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that.
It is the Insta. It's the Insta. But as soon as there's anything sparkly, I immediately am
like a magpie.
Sparkle. Yeah, I fly over your head and poop on you.
Hey, if your arms are up to it.
Hey. It's very creamy.
Yeah, you have to watch with some of the BPerfect formulas. You stick your brush in too hard and you'll screw it all up.
You know me. I like an angry brushing.
Oh, you saw the new Matrix.
Saw the new Matrix.
So did I. Let's talk about it.
Do we need to talk about that?
Maybe we should.
Okay.
Because I'm a Matrix whore. Did you like the second and third ones?
They grew on me.
Yeah.
Because in the theater, I was kind of expecting...
Different.
I missed the Matrix.
Yeah.
I like being in the Matrix. That's kind of why I like the new one. Just because it was so much in the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's where I like it in there.
There was some really interesting moments in it where I was like, oh, wait, what happened there? When Keanu Reeves was in the coffee shop that first time with that guy from his office, he puts his coffee cup down on the table, and the person that's reflected out of the table is the older face.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really, like, did I just see that? Like,
there was a lot of reflection stuff going on.
Yes,
there's a lot of...
And I loved Doogie Howser as the
analyst.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job playing like a bad character or a protagonist. Anyway, I loved Naomi Old.
Yeah,
she was great. But I love Jada Pinkett Smith. I think she's not used.
I thought the old age makeup was terrible.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was impressed with it.
Because the thing that they always that they forget a lot of times is that old people are, sunken, haggard corpses.
Right.
And when they just put on wrinkles without making them look,
the face hang.
Yeah. You gotta hang, and you gotta have some caverns on your face.
Yeah.
It's
well, it's hard to do that when they put.
I don't know. I was impressed with her makeup.
Prosthetics on.
Yeah,
I know, but it's almost like you have to put a thicker prosthetic that has that.
Yeah.
But I have to say, when I first saw her, I didn't know who it was at first, and then she opened her mouth. I was like,
I assumed that's who. I mean, I knew she was coming.
Not often I break out the white powder. You heard me. You heard me.
The good stuff. You've been holding out on me, Fingerdoo. This
is just Ben Nye white. So Jeffrey,
yes,
we were talking about your, what do you call it?
Feltsember.
Feltsember, that's it. Feltsember. You did again 24? 25. So right to the Christmas day.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorites is the blue rabbit with the hole in its mouth.
It spoke to you?
Well, there's just something about it sticking that carrot in its face hole that was just so aggressive.
There were a lot of interactive ones this year. The Fabergé carrot.
Yeah, that was great.
With the bunny hiding inside.
That was so cute. That bunny was so cute. You texted me and said, do you have any pictures of Ted in his wig? I was like, well, they're the only ones I keep now.
Wow.
And so I sent them, and then I thought, it struck me, oh, you're probably going to felt something.
All kinds of crazy shit.
This is number 22 in the Juvia's Place Concealer. It's the second to lightest one, and it's just, I find it just...
Darling.
Just enough, just light enough to be a good under-eye concealer, but I don't feel like it brightens my face, so I'm trying to use it up, is basically... Oh, we were talking about The Matrix. Did you like it?
It seemed unnecessary.
It also seemed unresolved.
Well, it opens the door to more, and I guess the whole point is to see how well this one does. I didn't feel that they needed a fourth by what I'd seen. I thought the third one had ended.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's good. That's a good ending. Open-ended ending, but nothing you need to build on, you know? And when I heard there was going to be a fourth, I giggled like a girl because, you know, just such a fan.
Oh, yeah. That's weird. Yeah, it was...
Oh, big and dramatic.
Bigger.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
Oh my God. I had my mouth open so long I'm drooling.
Mm.
Oh no, I'm not shocked. I'm just shocked that it happened now. I just didn't realize I had my mouth open not only that long, but that wide. It was, I think that was the bigger shock. It's like, well, criminy. Well, I don't know. What do we think of that?
What did big
It's a lot.
eye?
It's a lot, isn't it?
I love it.
This brush is called...
Kevin.
I wish it was. You got any plans for New Year's?
No, I got
in this freewheeling world of possibilities.
Canceled, so yeah, I feel like I'm a little too white under my eyes.
Yeah, but you don't bring your blush up. Like, do you have a lighter blush in your blush kit?
This is what I've been using for.
Uh-huh. Open up the man. Here, let me have a look. Yeah, use that.
Mm-hmm.
And blend it off your cheek close into your eye. Because you're not. Also, when you're doing your bronzer, that should come up a little higher too. You want to warm up the edges.
Should I like my bronzer becoming more? Yeah.
What you want to do with the bronzer, what the bronzer does, think of it as where the sun hits you when you're walking around. You want to warm up those areas. So across your forehead, into the heights of your cheeks, not below. That's contour. That's what contour does. And bronzer in a contour palette is anything lighter than the cool tones. So this is bronzer, but these are all cool, right? So you can darken this bronzer by blending with these two.
Right.
But I would just take that one and start with that. And when you're doing it, you want to, again, in circles up this way, you want to do it along the line of what you did with your cream. And you want to buff that line out so you don't see it anymore. And bring that warmth, again, into your face. But you also want it... If you're bringing it into the cheek, upper cheek to warm this contour, really make it the last thing you do. You want it as light. You don't want to put brown on the highlights of your cheeks. Do you know what I mean? It's meant to be that, just to warm up that complexion like a walk in the sun would do. That's what it's. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Sure.
So I'm starting mine now. So I'm using this.
Yeah. Oh, I've got that.
Yeah, you've got that. I have to say, I think that this is a far superior contouring palette
than this
to the NYX one. Okay. And the only reason is I find a lot of the NYX tones very cool.
Yeah.
This one, we have the one dark cool tone.
Oh, I thought
these
dark.
are
I thought that
all bronzers. Like these two here are particularly bronzers because of the tone. So you would use one to bronze and bring some warmth in. You can blend them with a cooler tone to make them a contour. But I usually this or these two together and this or these two together. But this is the one I'll do on my own last to get that depth in the pocket or depth in the temple, depth under the chin, just a little, because it's a nice cool shadow tone. But for most of what you need to do for bronzing and contouring the cheeks, you can blend. So I'll show you. I'm doing this now. So, especially on camera, you can see how white I am.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this bronzer first, and I'm starting up here, and I'm just going to warm up that edge. and bring some of this into there. But do you see how that's taking the harshness out of all of that? Now, I'm going to take this second color just completely on its own across the eyebrow ridge here, because I feel like it's traveling up my eyebrow ridge too high, giving me a V shape as opposed to that spotlight. Do you see how that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And now look at, like, have I darkened it too much? Like,
no, it looks very. It's much easier to see with the light in the camera.
Yeah. So now here's the cheek. Here's what I'm going to do for the cheek. For this, I do both. And again, this is an angle brush. I hate angle brushes, but I'm swirling up my face above that line. For the most part, I'm warming that up. So do you see the difference?
Oh, yeah.
And then I take this last one, the dark one, and I pinch the brush. And I just like to give that back end, that pocket.
Much more natural, I was going
Yeah. Yeah, do you feel that that's softened the edges? So I'm using from Rude Cosmetics again. This is their Blush Crush palette. So it's like Candy Crush.
Cute.
It's got a good colorway. The thing I like about it is they're all really warm. I always go for a pink, which tends to be a cooler tone. But this one's very pink, hot pink.
Hot.
But then this color here, I don't know if you can tell, it's got a shimmer.
Yeah.
So it adds that, again, another layer of glow. So here I'm bringing this in there just enough like that, and I'm gonna start.
Tap it, tap it, tap it.
But back here, do you know what I mean? Where the color won't affect too much, and then bring it up. And you see how close I'm getting up in here? I want to warm that up. It's still a cheek, right? You don't want to be. And again, start back here. Get some of that pigment off, and then.
Yeah, I don't bring my color high enough.
What kind of a lip are you going for today, madame?
Asymmetrical.
So you're sticking within your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm going tried and true.
Yeah. Mama knows what she likes.
Yeah.
But I think lips are also like eyebrows.
You're gonna have to elaborate on that.
Well, you know, like
my lips aren't like my eyebrows at all.
They're not the same. They're not meant to be sisters. I think it helps.
Ugh.
What is your problem?
My lips. Just
Let me see. You know, you need to try. What pencil are you using?
I was using this one, and now I'm like, well, now it's the same color as my lipstick.
Yeah. So we need a darker one. Do you have a darker one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you want to do from here is you want to draw up. You see how high I'm going? And then from here, you want to draw out to meet it. And then what you need to do then is shape that curve. And then I would just, don't worry about this bit in here. But this, sorry, I'm shaking. Oops. Start with that. And then from the bottom, you come up to meet it. You do your lips in quarters. So I like to do the one side I'm comfortable with. And then just face me. So yeah, you see how that's not even? I'm just going to fix that. Now that you have that line, do this. Just go straight across. Now go back up. And then you have that dip without meeting it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not...
Yeah, you don't have to draw.
No. So...
Draw the Cupid's bow.
You might need to go over that and define it a little. But you need to add a lot of height to your upper lip because you have no upper lip.
I have no upper lip. Yeah, I think lips are my next big
Yeah, they're not easy.
challenge.
Are you having lash issues?
I'm having lash issues.
Do we need to cut the camera so they don't witness your shame?
Oh, my shame has been all
well
over
represented.
The camera. You'll watch this back and be like, oh no.
Oh, I can't.
I'm disowning her.
Well, that's why I did a wide shot so I could really just cut you out.
Okay. Are they good enough? these eyelashes.
Oh, let me see.
As long as they don't look like I've had
No, you look great.
a stroke.
Do they feel all right?
Yeah, they feel all right.
You know what I also like to do is I like to try and... Like, look, I'm closing my eyes, and
Good
this
too.
one I can see is not... This other side doesn't want to blink down, and it just tells me that it's stuck to the lid a little, so I just give it a tug.
You know what they look like to me? Good enough.
And seeing as everyone's out having a smoke, I'm going to tidy up, and we'll be back with the finished look. Shut your face. Oh, I'm feeling someone's oats. I don't know if they're mine.
Oh, I didn't order oats.
And there's the... Oh, you should always order oats. Gets things moving in the morning. You heard me. So there's our finished look. Of course, we're both sending a shout out to Denise Gerneau. Happy New Year and many happy, wonderful days in 2022 to you, my darling. I also want to thank Percy Blue for the jewels. We're both wearing Percy Blue jewels, and they're, as always, I don't wear them enough. These are my favorite pair, the Waterfall, I'm just saying. Oh. But they are...
Gorgeous.
Every pair more gorgeous than
gorgeous and very painful. Yeah. Very painful.
She'll learn. And a huge shout out to David Burkett, who was the theme behind this whole makeover Chatty Get Ready With Me video. So we both used this palette. We both did a purple eye with
purplish.
You went with a pinky coral
I went
lid.
with the pinky. Yeah, it was supposed to be a very bright, vibrant orange, but it's turned into a bit of a salmon.
Yeah. And then I went with a glittery green, because green and purple, they're the villain colors too.
Church.
And I also want to thank David for this very bougie...
And
I, up until now, would have said completely unnecessary makeup kit.
No.
But this brush kit, I have to tell you, there are two different pencil brushes in it, fine pencil brushes, and they're great. My favorite brush is the, it's in the Dietz, which is that very long, very thin liner brush. But in general, the fan brush in here is great. I used almost every one.
Would you say you're a fan of the fan
brush? I'm a fan of the fan brush. I won't lie to you. And so there we go. That's our... Chatty Get Ready With Me. How do you feel? Do you feel that you anything new you conquered? Anything you're still having issues with?
Well, I learned the difference between contour and bronzer. I feel
that's information you could have used earlier.
I feel it was a key bit of information that it's far too long and into my drag career to be learning.
What do we think of the Dream Big manifest from?
Oh, there's all
BPerfect.
kinds of fun stuff in there. I love how sparkly my eyelids are.
Yeah, you used this pink here, this duochrome pink.
Yeah.
On top of your coral lid.
On top of my coral lid, and I think wildly successful.
Yeah, and then we used the same purple.
We sure did.
Look, I used so much purple, I'm hitting pan.
You've got a hole, you're getting down to the bottom there.
The purple, the
some of that
lavender,
positive mauve.
Pink a little for the
end.
I
threw in a little bit of the gratitude.
Yeah, that's a good color.
I had an attitude of gratitude.
And then I used the green, dark green shimmer, the light green shimmer, and the gold on the inside. So there you go. This is our last collab of the year. More or less. We've got other things to do, other surprises and stuff.
Things are happening.
But this was a fun year, and thank you so much. And to all of you who've been watching, if you like this, let me know. And let me know. Maybe we'll do more. I'm not necessarily someone who wants to go around telling more than one person how to use makeup. But if you guys enjoy the fact that we're slapping on a face and chatting about whatever, then let me know, and we'll do another one. What the heck? What else are we doing?
What are we doing? We're not doing anything.
Nothing at all.
Avoiding people.
Yeah. And until if you did like this, thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Plus, I have links to my Redbubble store, my Patreon, my tipper dues, how to get a Denise Gerneau print to raise money for the Rainbow Railroad, as well as a link to the Rainbow Railroad down below in the description box. And now, until next time, miss us! Mwah! Seriously.
Seriously?
When do you think you're going to give that wig a comb out?
Well, I figure
give it a weekend off.
Don't you just wear them until they lose their curl, and you throw them out and you grab a new one?
Yeah.
No,
you hand them to somebody.
Shake and go.
You could watch a James Mansfield video and learn how to restyle it yourself.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to do that at some point.
You should know. You don't need to. I don't think it's a hallmark of a good drag queen to style their own wigs, but if you're stuck in the middle of Kamloops without another gay in the village, then
I'm
it's
stuck in the
down
middle
to
of
you.
Kamloops. I've got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. Then your wig curl.
You know what? I could do a drag show in like a hairnet in Kamloops, and I would still be the prettiest girl in Kamloops.
Got a lick of makeup on you.
Gosh,
flat chested, scars. Yeah,
Oh.
that's their jam. They're in Kamloops.
Who needs breeding hips?
For the residents of Kamloops, none of who I am sure are watching this.
No.
It really
no.
sucks to be you, is what we're trying
Yeah,
to say.
for the residents of Kamloops, hello.
Yeah, for those one or two of you, blink once if you need help, blink twice if you're just horny, because we know there's a difference. You know.
Help, I'm horny.
I'm fallen and I'm
Dribbling.
horny. I need somebody to help me up and not be surprised by what happens next. My eye is what I'm saying.